We have more work to do coming out of this meeting. And tonight we're not ready to take any further action. We not take any action tonight. So we're going to take this up again at our meeting, our standing meeting, which is scheduled tentatively for October 14th and will be confirmed ideally by tomorrow. But I would say mark your calendars for October 14th for when we return to this application. So thank you everyone for your patience. Thank you to the board. Thank you, Ryan and Victoria. Can I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
John, second.
I'll second.
Are you trying to adjourn the meeting?
Adjourn the meeting. All in favor?
Wait.
No, we can't. We have another agenda item.
We got other stuff.
Teresa's stuff.
No, it's our stuff. It's the bills.
I know, that's what I mean.
Sorry, Victoria. Sorry, Teresa. I totally forgot about the bills.
I don't want people bothering me because they're not paid.
Fair enough. All right, let's review those. But
I
Victoria
sent
and Ryan, you guys are free at least.
Can I do a motion to pay the bills?
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Can we? Yeah. Do you want to just quickly review the two that we have, Teresa?
I sent them to everyone. They're just two bills to oh gosh. One bill from ALTA.
Alta. That's Lindsay. Yeah, Lindsay's that.
Yeah, being charged to Gallivan's account. And he doesn't have enough money to pay this bill, so we're hoping that he replenishes. And then another bill from Barton and along with this.
Yeah, Judas. Yeah.
Right, and they're
That's right.
charging Colarusso, and we have to do a resolution tonight to ask them for more money.
Okay. Hang on 1 second.
So we have to have resolutions for both Alta and.
No, we submitted a resolution today, yesterday for Gallivan. So we just have to do one for Colarusso.
Okay,
And for now on, we'll be watching this because what's happening is the funds are being depleted, the bills are coming in, and we're working backwards. So we can't do this. We have to have the money in the account. So when the bills come in, they can be paid immediately. In case somebody gets mad at us and say, I'm not paying, I'm not giving you a thing.
smart, Teresa.
Teresa, do you want to go through the resolution for replenishment of escrow for Colarusso?
Okay.
All right, I'll go through quickly.
Where's,
This is our standard form for requiring replenishment of escrow. Whereas the applicant, A. Colarusso and Son, has applied for a conditional use permit for the continuation of an existing commercial dock operation for the transport and shipment of goods and raw materials on the Hall Road on property located at 175 South Street in the city of Hudson between the railroad tracks to the east and the Hudson River to the west in the core riverfront zoning districts. Whereas pursuant to 325-39 of the Hudson zoning law and the city's escrow procedures, planning board shall have the right at the applicant's expense to hire a planner, engineer, attorney, or other consultants to assist the board in its review of the project, and all such costs incurred shall be borne by the applicant. And whereas the planning board has determined that additional funds are needed in order to continue to retain the board's engineering and legal consultants. Now, therefore, be it resolved that the planning board hereby requires that the applicant replenish its escrow account by depositing $10,000 with the treasurer of the city of Hudson to be held in escrow to be dispersed to consultant costs when they come due. All right, can I have a motion to approve the resolution?
I approve.
All right, Laura, second.
I second.
Teresa, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Bye.
Any opposed? All right. Thank you, everybody.
Yay.
One more item.
Oh,
Yes, sorry. So training. Basically, we have to do 4 hours of training per year as planning board members. In the past, we have acknowledged some of the extracurricular work that we're doing on some of the more complicated applications that comprises progress towards that training. What we did previously was essentially pass, a motion on the record crediting members that have engaged in that work with, with a certain number of hours. So, we don't necessarily need to go through that right now unless people have hours sort of calculated already and handy. But I think we should try and calculate some of that so that we can stay on top of this before the end of the calendar year. And just to highlight also, Craig recently shared, I think it was a training on conditional use permits that is just an online course offered by DEC that's about an hour and a half long. I signed up for that. There are also self-administered training courses on the DEC website that get at, basic functions of what is the planning board, what are our responsibilities, et cetera, and special courses on a whole range of things relevant to us in our reviews. So I think between those, we should be able to catch up. But essentially, we need to do this before the end of the year and make sure that we're all caught up and got our 4 hours done.
Would you send out the website for the training?
Yeah, let's.
A slight correction. Some of that stuff is on the Department of State website as opposed to DEC. You have both. But.
Could you just, I know everybody's so excited and I am too to be getting out of this meeting early, but I hate to put this on you, Steve. But could you just send us a list of what some of these extracurricular activities might be that we've done?
What I was imagining, Laura, was, for instance, for the Depot District project, participating in that work with Baxter on the building planning scheduling, for instance, that kind of took the form of its own ad hoc kind of committee.
I see that type of thing.
Yeah, so that can be something that you calculate. Honestly, what other, do you all remember other things that we were credited for last year? I remember at the end of the year, we did credit some hours by the end, but I'm forgetting now what things we considered counting towards that. But essentially, I would say that nearly anything should be eligible that goes.
Be done soon. So like when we all met for the construction plan, that would be one. When we met, when we toured the pocketbook factory and would that count, and had that big meeting there? That went on forever.
Yeah. I think
that's not really training though.
Not the upstairs one, the downstairs.
Wait, I'm sorry, guys.
Let me go through this with the city attorney's office just to get confirmation on what we think is okay to count and what isn't, so that it's not sort of improvised in that way. But yeah, so let's consider those things, and then I will and thanks, John. I'll send links from both the Department of State and the DEC website to things that we can do on our own time before the end of the year as well. And maybe try and focus in on some of the things that'll be relevant to some of our current reviews.
5-hour meetings every month doesn't count?
It ought to.
I would think that a huge amount of work that went into part 3 narratives, that's, I don't know if that's training or not, but there's a huge amount of additional work above and beyond.
So there's a learning curve there.
Yeah, that's true. We wrote our own stuff. And I think Steve should get an extra couple of points because he's our secretary and basically our legal advisor. At least he deserves a title change.
We need a secretary.
We need a clerk desperately.
Well, we need a clerk.
We need a lawyer too.
Yes, yeah. These things are part of our budget request for 2022 for the planning board. But I think it's also something we need to explore to see if we can get that sooner, because
Can't we just get?
It's crazy for us. It's crazy for the city too to be exposed to the legal risk of us not having an attorney to advise us on questions that come up during the course of even things that on paper might look fairly straightforward. There are always legal questions that emerge. We just need someone with us on all these applications.
I'd vote for Victoria, and I think she's already in some ways, also works for the city too, right?
Yeah, that's our hope, is that she'll still be playing that role at the latest by January of 2022.
Okay.
All right.
Are we
Anything
adjourned now?
I think we can. John Cody.
I make a motion, we adjourn.
Second,
Second.
thank you, Larry, all in favor?
Bye. Good night.
All right,
Good night, everybody.
thanks, everybody.